Hey guys, Wolf of Dimensions coming back at you with a new video. Sorry I haven't had a new Kaiju Council or anything out for a few days, guys. I'm kind of busy, I've had stuff to do, it's been crazy. But I am back, and I have new ideas, a new theory for you today about the Shin Gojira sequel that could possibly happen. There's no confirmation yet, because it's not been showed everywhere. We haven't even got a DVD, Japan's not even got a DVD release yet. Or at least a date for the DVD release. So, guys, this theory is, again, just my assumptions, and believe what you guys want. You're all entitled to your own opinions. This is just mine. So, the theory for this is, what if the tail monsters for Shin Gojira... Now, I'm not going to do the theory of what they are, because I feel like it's more fun if we don't do that, but personally, for me, I believe that they are... the next generation of Godzilla that will spawn off of him. Now, if that is true, if that is indeed true, that would mean that they would all fuse together in a Destroya-like manner, which would be interesting. Now, which also raises the question of, well, maybe they didn't kill Godzilla with what they used on him, and I don't think they did at all. What if there will end up being two Godzillas? Which would be extremely new. It's not like Mechagodzilla. There'd be two Godzillas in the same universe, in the same world. That, to me, would be interesting. This isn't the Space Godzilla. This isn't the Mechagodzilla. Just two Godzillas. And this new one forms together, and it's different because, as you noticed, the Godzilla from Shin Godzilla evolves depending on where it is and what it learns. Which is a very unique experience because it's almost like a super virus or a super bacteria. It'll learn from what kills it or what destroys it and then evolve to beat that. Which means that this new one could also, his body could be more adapted to fighting. It could have longer arms, more support, walking, maybe make it faster. It could have more muscle build, not look like all torn apart and twisted, which would be very interesting, meaning that it'd be more bipedal, it'd be more of like a land animal. And I'm also guessing that, as I said before, it would look less torn apart, because everyone thought that Godzilla was affected by an atomic bomb in the early production stages because he looked all twisted and torn apart, which would have been awesome, I won't lie. That's what I was hoping for, but we still got something pretty good. Now, what this means is that if this new Godzilla, which I really think there will be, if this new Godzilla appears, and it's less twisted, and it's less, like, you know, deformed, maybe it's more of a perfect monster than the previous one, which in its own right would be terrifying. And I won't lie to you guys, a Godzilla versus Godzilla movie would probably make me really happy. I mean, just the thought of two Godzillas, two indestructible monsters of pure rage and hatred in one universe. Some might call it overkill, and to be honest, it probably could be. But if you played it right and you did it right, probably be one of the best Godzilla movies, because that's two forces of nature. Now, do I believe there'll just be an army of Godzillas? No. I feel like the creature's smart enough to realize that it can't live if there are too many of it in one place. Now, you see, that's the problem with, like, xenomorphs, is that they spread and spread till they control a planet, but once all life in that planet dies, there's kind of nothing left. Which is why I'm really believing that if this is a new Godzilla, it'll either kill and take the place of the old one, or there'll be two roaming around. And that paves the road for a lot more of an idea of what if this new Godzilla isn't even a Godzilla? What if these creatures break off and form something else? They form a new monster even. Something that's Godzilla-ish. Maybe, you never know. It's like, maybe they form something like Orga or Biollante or even Destroya, or, you know, in my case I hope it's Anguirus. But, you know, maybe they form a new monster that's not even looking like Godzilla. And, you know, this might give me some backlash, but that's where I feel like in 1955, the Anguirus and Godzilla being related, or being two monsters that come from the same time period, could come back in this, is that these are both monsters born of horrible circumstances and will end up and come to fight each other, or even work together to fight the people of Earth. Now, you can't make a monster movie like Shin Godzilla over and over again, because it's basically the same thing and people will get bored of it. which means they'll have to make every new one interesting if they're gonna do this, and eventually monsters will have to be presented. Will it be put out every year? No. Maybe every 2 to 3 years. And that's really my theory, guys, that there will be a new Godzilla, and maybe a less deformed, stronger, more powerful one. And I want you guys to give me your ideas. What do you guys think will happen if we get a new monster? Do you think it'll come from the tail monsters? Do you think it'll be a new Godzilla, a new monster? And if it is a new Godzilla, you know, what will it look like? And also, I'd like your guys' opinions on if it was a different monster formed from this, would it be, what original monster do you think it would be, or do you think it would be a new one? So, thank you guys for watching. Wolf of Dimensions signing out. See you guys later.